Hey, everybody. Welcome back to day 3, Breakfast with Bob from Hotel West End in beautiful Nice. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, deboer wetsuits, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports Original Triathlon brand, Quintana Roo, Premium Plus Sports, and, of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Denis Chevrot, another one of our French athletes who's hoping to have a huge impact here at our first ever Ironman World Championship outside of the islands of Hawaii. How you doing, Denis?
Hi, Bob. Thank you for having me. I'm doing well, thank you. Yes, we are a lot of French athletes, but that's a good motivation to race in France in front of family, friends, sponsors.
Will you have a lot of family here?
I will have family, lots of friends too. Yeah.
And how far are you from here?
I'm not far. I'm 4 hours and 30-minute drive. I live in Saint-Étienne, near Lyon.
And how much training have you done on this course?
I did the full bike loops 3 times this year.
Yes.
But I raced Ironman France in 2017, so I know the area. And when I was a kid, I came each holidays in Nice. And the beach where we went with my family was on the start, so I know the start very well.
You know the start very well.
Yes.
All the rocks, you know all the rocks
by
name.
Yes, all the rocks. But they move a little bit since that time.
So, but you didn't really get into the sport until later. Like, you started out, you were swimmer, open water, and not really that much pool stuff, but more open water. And what got you into triathlon?
I started when I was 23, and I just want to race an Ironman, like lots of guys.
You know the Ironman, and you're like, I want to do that one day.
Exactly. I saw a movie, I said, wow, amazing. And so, like a lot of guys. And I started in 2011 with Ironman Regensburg as an age grouper.
Yes.
I was young at this time. I was 23. And it went well, and I am still here. I'm happy.
Well, you're age grouper, and then you won in 2012. You win your age group at Regensburg, and that was only after 8 months of training.
Yes, I had a lot of swim training years, but I started biking and running 8 months before the race. I finished 23rd scratch, and I won my age group,
and qualified for Kona.
Yes, but I didn't take the slot because Kona would have been 8 weeks after my first Ironman. It would have been too much for first year.
Yes.
So I said no.
But then then in 2012, you 5th in your first pro race at Florida.
Yes, that was not the goal in 2012. I want to win Frankfurt and Hawaii in my age group.
Yes.
But during the summer, I was injured and I wasn't able to have a qualification. And my former coach told me, you should race as a professional in Florida.
Why
you
not?
Will see, you will do great. So, okay.
You do that?
Yes, and I finished 5th, so it was a good start.
Well, and when you look back at your career, you won Hamburg this year.
Yes.
2023. You ran 2:31?
Yes.
2:31 marathon?
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yes.
That is crazy fast. But you, growing up until you were really 23 years old, running was not part of your life.
No.
So really,
I never run.
Yeah, you're 35, so you've been running for your body is so fresh because you've only been running for 10, 12 years.
Yes, and my body and my mind are fresh, and my former coach takes the thing easily at the beginning because as a former swimmer, I'm like fragile,
Yes, because you're not used to the pounding.
Yes,
that's a great
point. So we
point.
start easy, not too much intensity at the beginning to avoid injuries.
Yes.
And,
it's a smart move.
I had some injuries, but not big injuries, just 2 or 3 weeks without training.
One of the problems for swimmers, and this goes back to Mark Allen, is when you're injured, like if you get a running injury or something and you're still in the pool, you're still going hard in the pool. So then you come back and start running again and get injured again, right? Because most runners, if they get injured, they come back running slower. You guys, because you're working on your engine all the time, you're running just as faster, and you can get injured again. So your coach was very smart to keep you from running too much.
Yes, and we start very slow pace at the beginning.
Yes.
My actually right now my average year pace is under 12 kilometers, so I don't run fast now.
Really?
Yes.
Except on race day.
Yes, and 20% of my time is fast, but 80% is very slow.
Very slow.
Yes.
But your body is able to turn it around when you get in a race and
Yes.
run fast.
Yes, because the 20% in training are very fast.
You're very fast.
Yes.
Yes. That makes a big difference. And so that was Hamburg was this year. Last year was Frankfurt. You win there. You've run 5 of these marathons in. Well, you've won 4 fulls, you've won 5 70.3s, and 5 of those runs have been under 240?
Yes. But now it's more easy with carbon shoe, and my running sponsor is doing great.
So, and who's your coach now?
Cyril Dienot.
I covered him as a pro.
Yes, he finished 5th and 6th in Hawaii.
Yes, he did.
In the past.
So, Ironman World Championship, this is your 7th one.
Yes.
You've not had your race yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but this is
but
home soil.
I still have time.
You've got lots of time. So but you were 14th last year in Kona.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I was a little bit sick. I had COVID.
And didn't realize it.
No, I realized it the day after.
When you were in bed
On the D-Day, I had trouble to
breathe.
Yes, to breathe. But I didn't know it was COVID.
And then you found out. And how long were you laid up?
3 or 4 days.
Okay. That's not that bad.
But I contaminate my wife and some friends.
Yes. You're in Hawaii and you can't enjoy yourself.
Yes.
After you've had a pretty hard day of racing. That is wild. So what is your goal here? What do you think you can do in this race?
The bike course is tough. I like climbing, but I'm a heavy guy.
Right.
Not fat, but heavy, and it doesn't help me.
Right.
Downhill, I like to, but I have a baby girl since January, and I break earlier than before now. So I'm in good shape. I want to do well, but I don't know really what to expect on the bike course.
Right.
So I want a fast run on the
Yes.
Promenade des Anglais, and I think if I'm not too far after the bike, I could beat my bib number, which is 10.
Your bib number 10.
Yes,
You'd
so
like
my
to be
goal
there.
is to do at least the same
Is your bib.
Yes.
Is your bib number. That's very cool. But this run course is good for you.
Yes.
Right? One, you're going to have everybody in the stands cheering for you.
Exactly.
Every French person in the world. 4 loops, going out of their minds and you do well in the heat?
I raced in Singapore 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so
And
how'd you do in Singapore?
I finished 4th.
You finished 4th at the PTO
Yes.
Asian Open.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a world-class field.
Yes, and the heat doesn't impact me too much.
I was going to say, because that is always hot.
Yes, but
Yes.
each day is different.
Yes.
It depends how you drink, and
Right. Yeah.
I could do well with the heat.
Do you see yourself as more of a 70.3 PTO distance guy, or do you feel that you're just as good at the full?
I think I'm better at the full distance.
You're better at the full.
Yes, but my coach doesn't agree. He thinks I'm good for both.
He thinks both.
Yes.
Well, when you get 4th at the Asian Open while you're training for this, because I'm
Yes.
assuming that was really what the focus is, that bodes well for race day, that you could have a really, really good race here.
Yes, it makes me more confident about
Yes.
about racing against a strong field.
Yes.
And yes, it shows I was in great shape. So we will see on Sunday.
What race was it? Because you did so well right from the beginning, where you felt you could make a living at this sport.
When I won Ironman Western Australia in 2014, it was my first Ironman win.
Yes.
And I found a bike sponsor. So when you have a bike sponsor, you don't have to pay for your bike, and you can sell it at the end of the year. So
you're making money.
Yes, I make money. I had enough money to travel and to race. But at the beginning, my wife and my father pay for my flight tickets.
They supported you.
Yes.
Yes, but that meant they believed in you. They believed in your talent, because a lot of athletes they don't make it.
Yes.
Right? It's very difficult to make it.
Yes, at the beginning it's very difficult, and you have to be consistency to have results years after years to
Yes.
to be okay.
In France, because you guys have you have all these smaller circuits, triathlon circuits that people can race and do well at. It seems like the sport is very healthy in France, the sport of triathlon. That there's a lot of people doing the sport.
Yes, we have a lot of people in the sport, but we have this race. It was not Ironman World Championship, but in 1982 we were one of the first country to have a big race.
Right.
It was Nice, and so you have a lot of coverage about Nice each year.
Yes.
At the beginning, the long distance, the battle between Marc Allen and Yves Cordier, and then the Ironman France, and now Ironman World Championship.
Yes.
So people see that and they want to do it like me.
Yes.
I saw an Ironman. Oh, I want to do it, and so people want to race triathlon.
Yeah,
it helps. We have a big background with this sport in France.
Well, yeah, because you think about it, at one point, the two most important races in the world were Ironman World Championship and Nice.
Yes, of course.
Right. Mark Allen won 10 Nice and 6 Ironman World Championships. And do you remember that was probably before your time?
I was too young.
You were very young.
I was 80. I'm born in 88, so at the beginning.
I think Mark won the first Ironman World, not the first Avignon, was the first ITU World Championship in 89.
Yes.
Look at you.
I don't remember
know your stuff.
I know my story, the story of my sport.
Yeah, when you know then the Yves Cordier story here.
Yes, of
where
course.
He was leading and Mark snuck up from behind.
Yes. But I don't know if Yves Cordier would have been Yves Cordier like he is now if
he had won.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because in France we like the loser. I don't say that Yves is a loser.
No. But you like the person who he gave everything he had.
Yes, exactly.
And still didn't make, like Laurent Fignon, right?
Yes,
in
exactly.
89 with Greg LeMond.
Raymond Poulidor, who never won the Tour de France.
Right. Yeah, but he ended up losing. The Fignon lost by 8 seconds in the 89 Tour, but he went into that day with a lead, and he gave everything he had. But LeMond was better on the day.
Yes, and he made a better choice for his material, Greg LeMond.
Yes.
He has a TT bar, and Laurent Fignon didn't.
And Laurent, and the funny part is, they had a time trial earlier in the Tour, and LeMond took a minute out of him during that, and they still didn't get bars for Laurent. I'm like, what's the team doing? Put bars on for Laurent Fignon to go win the Tour. That was the funniest thing. What do you see, since you're still so young in the sport, even though you're 35, do you see yourself racing for another 5, 6, 7 years?
Yes, I do.
Don't you think?
Yes. If I don't have big injury, yes, I'm still French in my head. I like training. I like the process of being fit, of being fat the winter and restart training. I like it. So 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Why not?
Why not? Anything is possible.
Well, and you see Jan Frodeno, right?
Yes.
You see he's 42 years old and still the total top of his game.
Yes, he could have still 1 or 2 or 3 years more.
If he wanted to, he could certainly do that.
But he's in the sport since a long time.
Yes.
So,
but in his world, in the sort of the way it used to be, people stayed in ITU, and like Jan stayed until 2012 when he did his second Olympics, and so he didn't get into the sport until he was 32.
Yes.
Into the long distance until he was older, and you look at you are 10 years ahead of him. The fact that you're winning and running 2:30s at the age of 35 means that you're getting better.
Yes.
How has the new coach helped you?
This is a different training method.
Okay.
And I was 12 years with my former coach, and because it's different, it shocked my body. It's more difficult at training, but because with my former coach, my body
it knew what was coming.
Yes.
No surprise.
No
so
surprise.
Really
but it's okay with 12 years.
Yes.
But I need to change to see something else, and the method of Cyril is I do more intensity on the bike on the TT bar.
Yes.
And that's why I'm running faster than last year, also because I'm stronger on the bike, and I save
a difference. Yes.
I'm faster on the D-Day, but I save energy more than before.
Right. So
and I also did more intensity on the run.
You were saying that like you're saying, you're running, most of your runs are slow.
Yes.
And then just high intensity when you are running fast.
Exactly.
And now, are you doing more strength training and things like that as well?
No, same as before.
Same. Oh,
yes.
So you do it, but the same
Yes.
what you were doing before. Okay.
I changed the method of strength training, but
Yes.
I still do that.
That is very cool. And after this, having the World Championship so early, September 10th, there's still a lot of season left.
Yes.
Are there other races you want to do?
Yes, I will race Ironman Florida at the beginning of November.
You've had good luck there.
Yes. I always race after Ironman World Championship. Last year I was in Israel and
With Patrick's 230.
Yes, I did 2:37, but 2:30 on Ironman Israel is amazing because the run is not flat.
Well, see, you were there, and
Yes.
Sebi told me the same thing. He said, the fact that he ran, and it's a hard bike course too.
Yes, I was expecting for PB there. That's
Yes.
why I went in Israel because I was expecting a flat race, but
Yes.
it wasn't flat. It was windy and
And rainy
on the bike.
Yes.
The first day in 6 months of rain was on the race day. And the run was hilly, lot of turn, not
Yes.
not sand, but not
like gravel type of thing.
gravel.
Yeah.
Yes, 2:30 there was amazing and
Well-
rainy too.
What place did you get?
Fourth,
You ran 236? You said 236.
yes, 2:37.
237, and you got fourth.
Yes.
Sebi did Sebi?
Alors, the first was Patrick Lange,
Yes.
second Daniel Bakegaard,
Yeah.
third Greg Barnaby.
Yeah, that's right, Greg Barnaby. Yes,
Fourth.
because he came back. Patrick came from pretty far back.
Yes.
Yeah, so Patrick is one of the few people to ever pass you in a run.
Actually, we were together at the end of the
coming to the
bike.
bike, okay.
He did a faster T2.
Yes, and he was gone.
Yes, and I didn't see him. I remember I said, but where is he? Maybe he's in the toilets. But no, he was already
gone.
Yes.
That is so funny. Isn't it funny though? Because you'll have a race like that you run that fast, but it's still a great experience, right?
Yes.
Even though you don't win, it's
Yes,
still,
exactly.
You take something from that.
Yes, and I took my slot for Ironman World Championship in Israel.
Oh, that's where you got your
Yes,
spot.
and it was a new country, new experience, new people.
And that gave you all year to get ready.
Exactly.
That's so cool to get
That's
that
why
done
I
early. That's
restart.
why you went.
Yes, I went in Israel to have my slot because we had a baby girl in January, and I want to be home the first month.
Yes.
That's why I restart racing at the end of May at the 70.3 Aix-en-Provence, and then Ironman Hamburg. I had 6 months without racing. I want
6
to
months to be with your baby.
Yes.
How special was that? So cool.
Yes, so cool. Yes.
Yeah, just good. But that's cool that you set that up ahead of time, knowing you got your spot, so you don't have to
no
worry
rush.
about.
Yes, no rush.
Yeah, that's very very.
And
cool.
it was also important because it was my first winter with Cyril as a coach.
Yes.
And
you could focus.
I can focus on the new method, on how we want, and we can discover each other better. So
You know what's neat is when you're in your mid-30s and you're getting better. That's a lot of times people are looking to hang on, but like yourself, Patrick, right? I mean, how fast do you think someone could run on this course? Because if Patrick's run 2:30 in Israel,
yes,
which
and
you
in
know
Ro-
is a tough course.
Yes, and he ran 2:30 in Ross too.
Yes.
I think it will depend of the heat, but I think 2:30 is possible
Yes.
because there is
Especially
not
with the crowds.
Yes, and there is not a lot of turn.
Right, just the turn around.
5.5 Ks and turnaround.
Yes.
In Hamburg, there were lots of turn and.
And you ran 2:31 there.
Yes, but it was 21 degrees, no. But I think with the crowd and with family, friends.
Yeah, and also the Patrick and yourself. Patrick does really well in heat.
Yes.
He likes the heat, obviously from Kona days. So I think this is going to be a really fast run. But I also think that the bike is going to spread people.
Exactly.
I don't think you're going to see packs coming in together. I think it's going to be onesies and twosies.
Yes, I think there will be big gap between athletes.
Yes.
And
That's
at the end, last year in Hawaii, top 10 was less than 15 minutes.
Yes.
I think it will be more this year because of the
I think
bike
it'll
course.
be, I couldn't agree more. Dennis, thank you so much for taking time, man. It's such a pleasure to get, and congratulations on being a daddy. There's nothing better.
Thank you.
Will she be here?
Yes, of course.
Of course. She's got to be here.
She was in Hamburg. She will be here.
she's going to be growing up with the sport.
Yes, but she's young, so I think she won't remember these days. But
she will, because you'll be racing for another 5 to 7 years. She'll have plenty of time to do little Iron Kids races.
Yes, I have to run until she remembers.
Exactly. You have to do it for a while. Denis Chevrot has been our guest, everybody. Again, Breakfast with Bob. We are here at the Hotel West End. Hold on. We'll be right back.